Weird that it wasn't live, but okay. I'm not hearing it echo, so it should be good. We'll find out if YouTube takes down my video. Welcome back, Silena. I am reliably informed the investigation took you to Quarry Mill and Little Alamigo. So tell me, were you able to learn aught of La Habrea? I mean, not a whole lot. Planted the knowledge of summoning in impressionable young minds, you say. Precisely the kind of deception the Asians would employ. While many of the ills that ail the land can be attributed to the calamity, some are being brought about by a malign will. We must needs delve deeper into this while things remain quiet on the primal front. All work and no play makes Minfilia a dull scion. Did you say something? Nothing, my lady. Mayhap we ought to rest a while before speaking further of the investigation. Nope, we're plowing forward. While you were tending to business in Thanaland, some new information arrived courtesy of our friends, the Sylphs. An individual fitting La Habrea's description has been sighted in the North Shroud. This sighting comes in the wake of a series of mysterious deaths in the self-same area. My instincts tell me that our man is involved. I would have you continue your investigation where you left off. 12 willing, we will pick up... Hi, Sabaha. Would you like to give her bark belly or bacon? I would have you continue your investigation where you left off. 12 willing, we will pick up La Habrea's trail once more. The familiar is going to get bacon this time. She made a mess with the bacon. How was your 4th of July? Noraxia can furnish you with the details. Pray speak with her and take it from there. As always, be careful out there, Xylena. But first, a dungeon. Maybe. Just kidding. Oh, maybe not. Lots of fun, that's good. Oh, we going. He's taking us. We going. Army, why do you look so concerned? Just do scathe. And surrender. Hey, leveled up. Go down with this ship. I'm my hands up and surrender. Flag across my door. Happy National Apple Turnover Day. Apple turnovers are delicious. Cherry turnovers are my favorite, though. Yay, 2 levels. Awesome. Das nice, das nice. Okay, bye. I did, well, I mean, like, I had a migraine / headache, so I stayed home and I had to play music really loud for firework issues, but it wasn't bad. Could have been worse. Could have always been worse. Walking One is to investigate Sinister One, then heed well this one's words. This one is friends with a Walking One in the Ash Crown Consortium. According to Friendly One, a Digging One named Medrod had an encounter with a scary Masked One. This Masked One is most certainly Sinister One. Walking One should go and speak with Digging One Medrod. Digging One is to be found at Fallgourd Float in North Shroud. Do I have a teleport in North Shroud? I don't think I do. Better than bad. I do not have a teleport in North Shroud. That's because I'm riding on a Chocobo Big C. Also, hello. I hope you are doing well. Look at that big mushroom. I've never noticed those before. It's so pretty. Productive? Productive days are good. I had a productive day too. I am having a good stream so far. You know what I might be able to do? Ooh, we can decide if I want to change classes, guys. I think I can choose if I want to change classes for the first time. I think. Because I think you can pick them up at level 30. Uh-oh. Stuck. Stuck! Let's talk to the guy first. I think he's in here. Please leave me be. I'm not long for this world. I looked death in the face. 'Tis only a matter of time before he comes for me. Just like he came for that poor woman. Medrod is clearly traumatized. Perhaps if you were to soothe him, he might remain calm for long enough to hold a conversation. There. You're right. It's not as bad as it seems. I saw something terrible, that's true. But that hardly means I'm going to suffer the same fate. Thanks to you, I can think straight again. I believe I can even recount what I saw without losing it. I'm sorry I couldn't go, Mama. It was just another ordinary day. I was headed back to the float when I noticed a suspicious character in the distance. A masked man garbed head to toe in black. He had a hideous fiend in tow, a winged creature that was all eyeball and jagged teeth. Taken by curiosity, I crept near as I dared. To see the corpse of a woman, one glimpse was enough to tell me that she died a gruesome death. In that instant, I knew right away that the masked man was a minion of Thal, come to claim her soul for his realm. Not exactly. What? You're investigating this same masked man? If that's the case, we'll help you in whatever way we can. Aye, anything to ensure that we won't have to suffer Medrad's hysteria ever again. Wow. Alright, teamwork. That's what I wanted to... Wait, I haven't been that bad, have I? At any rate, I'm all for helping this adventurer. It's the least I can do to repay her for comforting me. Why is your chin hair and your eyebrows green? Why it'll never work. Suicidal. I don't think it's here where I pick it up. I think I pick it up in La Nausea. Yeah. Thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it. So here's what I know about the deaths. All the victims were found with their faces torn to shreds. Among the local fauna, only scalekin known as Ziz could inflict such wounds. That's why some folk are pointing the finger at them. I somehow doubt that the answer is that simple, but for the sake of thoroughness, we should look into it. Why don't you put down, say, 3 of the creatures, and see if you can find any proof connecting them to the deaths. Come, Donut, we fight! Is corn finally in season, Mom? Are they getting loose corn now? I haven't, like, looked or checked or been around. Oh, they're up. If you want to make both of them, Mom, you can. I think Monkey is also going to make a no-bake cheesecake. I will be on my next higher dose of medicine, so I don't know what my appetite is going to be like. Yes, Mom. Always want cream cheese frosting. Cream cheese frosting is always the answer. Oh, do you now? You've already seen to the Ziz? Good work, adventurer. So, were you able to find aught to suggest that the creatures are our culprits? Nothing? Truth be told, even if there were proof, I wouldn't know what it would look like. Anyway, I believe we can safely strike Ziz from our list of suspects, which leaves us with the masked man and his winged eyeball. I have a winged eyeball. Mine is tame, though. There's something else I heard about the death. It appears all the victims have been comely maidens. I'd better watch myself, eh? Unseemly japes aside, there's a rumor been going around. There's some as whisper that after each victim died, her rancor went into the great big rock southwest of here, causing it to flash and moan. This bears investigating, I reckon. I'm going to give you a fire sand stick to blow off a piece of that crag. The stick doesn't come with a fuse or anything, so you'll have to throw the thing. Once you've torn the rock a new one, bring back some of the fragments and I'll give them a gander. Have fun at work, Zeb. The answer is probably going to be chocolate frosting, Mom. Thank you for the hydrate, Zeb. There's something you should know. I have been keeping this to myself lest I worsen Medra's paranoia, but I, too, have seen the winged eyeball. I cannot say whether it was coincidence, but my sighting took place precisely the same time as Medrod's. I was heading home after a day of digging when a shadow fell over me. Looking up, I found myself locked in a gaze with a giant eyeball. I let out a scream at the top of my lungs and ran without once looking back. This happened at the rocky area west of here in case you had a mind to investigate. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's nothing. I'm sure you were just hallucinating from the heat. Controversy, 'cause it feels so empty without me. Good job for me, so everybody just follow me. Controversy. Hi, Shadow. Welcome in. Because you're cheating, Mom. Did I make one available and not the other? I definitely didn't do that on purpose. You were getting around the rules, Mom. And I was allowing it. Like a bad person. Good job for me. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. My sickly old mom. Nope. Yeah, it's because I disabled them. Because I'm trying to decide. Well, one of the reasons is I'm giving myself a break. Give me a minute and I will bring it back. Why are we getting bogged? What did we do? I didn't even do anything. Baby, don't get a little crazy. Oh, that's where I want to be. Here we go, forever, perfectly together. Tell me now, wouldn't that be sweet? Me for you to be forever, we could be together. Ah! I fixed it. They're all back now. Forever, we could be together. Tell me, boy, now wouldn't that be sweet? Most folk are too scared to go within 100 yalms of the Rock of Rancor. Aye, it has a name. What's a few vengeful spirits to a dauntless adventurer like you? Thanks. Huh? Why, these are just your garden variety crystals. 'Tis a bit hard to tell beneath all the dirt and grime, but they're definitely lightning aspected. Almost hate to say it, but that explains the flashing and moaning. Nothing to do with the masked stranger. Looks like I've gone and wasted both our time and a perfectly good fire sand stick. Oh well. I did nothing to the pond. I can reset it if you'd like. Monstrous Banemite appeared, and you slew it. That creature had long been a scourge upon the folk of Fallgord. No, Mom. Somebody has to redeem the regular spin first. Intentional or no, you have done us a great service. You have my gratitude. But this does make me wonder, was it truly a winged eyeball I saw, or merely a trick of the light combined with blind panic? I mean, them things are scary. I think it's Link's shadow. There have been no promising leads in the murders. I can scarce get a wink of sleep knowing the killer is still at large. There we go. Support. That's what it is. Judging by your furrowed brows, I take it this sorry business troubles you as much as it does me. I've been pondering my encounter. I was uncertain for a time, but there can be no doubt. It was a winged eyeball that I witnessed. It's implausible that I could have mistaken so distinct a creature for a Banemite. There we go. Alright, Shadow gets his spin first. And then Mom will get her spin. Random cryptid fact. Colorado's most unique cryptid is the Slide Rock Bolter. It is a whale-like monster that lurks on mountain slopes that are over 45 degrees. The creature supposedly uses a hooked tail to latch onto ridges, waiting to slide down and swallow passing tourists whole. And now Mom gets hers. Random state fact. Mom, pick a state. Iowa. In Iowa, pigs outnumber humans by 4 to 1. And Iowa has the nation's highest literacy rate. But you and I were realms apart. How could we have both seen it at precisely the same time? What's more, our adventurer friend here had a run-in with the Banemite at the very spot you claimed to see that fiendish eyeball. Isn't that right? Just couldn't go with the obvious? What's the obvious? What's the obvious? There's an obvious? It's next to Illinois? Oh! No, you're right. Yeah, you couldn't go with the obvious. I thought you meant I couldn't go with the obvious fact. I was like, there's an obvious fact about Iowa? What am I missing here? I didn't know Iowa was that noteworthy. What's more, our adventurer friend here had a run-in with the Banemite at the very spot you claimed to see that fiendish eyeball. Isn't that right? There must be an explanation. I know I saw an eyeball with wings. I would wager an apple tart on it. You stay Minnesota adjacent? Is that what we're doing? Minnesota adjacent. He's serious. But listen, mayhap it's not as mysterious as we're making it out to be. There's no reason why there couldn't be... Of course, there must be more than one of the buggers. Ugh, it's so obvious, but then that means since there have been repeated sightings of these fiends, then there must be even more victims as yet undiscovered. Well. I do believe we're out of our depth. We ought to leave the rest to the expert. Why do pumpkins sit on people's porches? They have no hands to knock on the door. Why did the M&M go to school? Because he wanted to be a smarty. I kind of like that one. I got a $13 box of chocolate orange fudge from the farmer's market last Saturday. Oh my god, just finishing it. Amazing. That sounds like it would be good. I'm not a big fan of fruit and chocolate together, except for cherries. And then it has to be cordial cherries. Oh, Dad's home. A box, a box! Can you check the mail? Just in case. Dark chocolate is the superior chocolate. A-M-O-R-O-U-S. See, this is how millennials became awesome spellers. Like, half the song in the early aughts were just teaching us how to spell. This song taught us how to spell glamorous, and then there was the Gwen Stefani song that taught us how to spell banana. Mom, we get mail on Sundays. You don't get mail on Sundays, but we get mail on Sundays. I also haven't checked the mail in a hot minute. They can all go in the trash. Yes, we're just civilians after all. Good luck, adventurer. It was a pleasure knowing you. That sounds like you're never going to see me again, but okay. Well, I burned to know the truth. Some things are best left unknown. Lest you've forgotten, it was that rocky area to the west that I had my encounter. Should you discover aught of note, you will want to alert the authorities. There's a guardhouse nearby. The serpents there should be pleased for any information that pertains to the security of the region. Do you wanna find a body? Come on, let's don't delay. We're gonna find her on the floor. Her face all gone. It's a box in a box! A disc in a box? A disc for. But what if I don't want to see? What if I just want to know? For me. Good, good. Remy, it's not for you.
Ooh, a piece of candy. Ooh, a piece of candy. Ooh, a piece of candy.
Piece of candy.
Ooh, a piece of candy.
Piece of candy. $8 bag of popcorn? How big was the bag and was it worth it? Better have been worth it. Oh. Nice, nice. I will say that I do like kettle corn, but it has to be made properly. You weren't adventurous enough to try. Well, now we've got a body. That is the tiniest scrub sponge. I don't know what they expect you to clean that, how they expect you to clean that big old jug with that teeny tiny sponge. Oh, for like the nozzle. No, wrong way. I do want to try like other sweet salty flavors of popcorn, but most of them have caramel on them, and I can't trust caramel because a lot of caramel has, like, a lot of, like, manufactured caramel has, like, additives in it. It's not just sugar, so I can't trust it. Greetings, adventurer. Is aught amiss? Please take this flower. It's totally not a dead body. Not again. No matter how many bodies I see, I cannot seem to get used to the horrid sight. The poor woman. Oh, they put a mask on her face because supposedly her face was torn apart. Identical deaths have been reported in the central shroud, while the masked stranger you seek does not seem to feature in any sightings of the winged eyeball. Sightings of the winged eyeball are common enough. The creature appears to be moving the bodies, but to what end, none can say. The victims have all been young women. All are found with their faces mutilated beyond recognition. It's been difficult to identify them so as to notify their next of... This button engraved with a lily motif. The very same object was found upon another victim, a family sigil or that of an organization, perhaps? Yes, he does have a cool hat and jacket. He is a member of one of the free companies. You can eventually get that outfit to wear. Either way, I dare hope that this find will prove pivotal in solving the murders. It's a murder! It's a murder! It's a murder! I would have you... It's a murder! I would have you hold on to the lily button. You will need it to continue your investigation. While it isn't standard procedure to entrust key evidence to individuals, you have proven yourself reliable and resourceful in this matter. I see no reason why you shouldn't carry on your work. If I might make a suggestion, you may wish to take the button to Gridania and have it examined by Mioun. Mayhap someone in her vast network of contacts can shed light upon its sigil. On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. Your shorts are on the bed, they got washed. Okay. What are you cooking for dinner? Okay. Okay. I was kind of feeling sausages. Make extra sausages for you. There should be hot dogs in there, unless you ate them all. should be hot dogs in there. Why you gotta say it like that? Yeah, okay. I would prefer to eat sooner rather than later. I don't know when you're going to be hungry. Oh yes, I'm a bunny. I'm not a potato anymore. My mom says that they have plenty of leftovers. My ears are a race thing. Good evening to you, Xylena. By your grim expression, I suspect you aren't here for scones and herb tea. If you're going to be cheeky, you could at least open my stream. Well, isn't this a lovely little button? The engraving is quite exquisite, artisan level. Quality, I would say. Where did you say you found this? On a dead body? Lovely. Anyway, I'm afraid I do not recognize the lily sigil. You will have to find the answer the old-fashioned way by asking around. You could do worse than beginning with Bernadette. Over by the Aetheryte Plaza. She has a sharp pair of eyes, that one. I was a potato. I'm a potato. I'm a potato. Bloop. Remy is a potato too. No, just because I said you're a potato does not mean you're getting anything. Need help tracking down the owner of a button. That is certainly not a request I receive on a regular basis. Well, go on then. Show me what you got. Seems to be some manner of decorative button, reminiscent of those worn by the families of old. I cannot claim to know its sigil. However, I can say with certainty that the white lily is a recurring theme in Gridanian culture. That narrows it down. Alas, I do not know who would make a personal sigil of it. If there is a soul in Gridania who does, it would be Siengould over at the Lancers Guild. The woman makes a point of knowing all the citizens on a four-name basis. I never meant to hurt you. This is the Archers Guild. This is not the Lancers Guild. Give Remy a bowl of ice. Why would I give her a bowl of ice cubes? Gives him goodbye. No, I don't. On second thought, I just fucking wish she would die. Bernadette believes that I can help you. Well, that is a rather bold assumption to make. I will try to assist, never you fear. But whether aught comes of it is another matter. Now then, what do you require of me? Fascinating. Work of this quality is rarely seen in the hands of ordinary Gridanians. The owner of this button is most certainly well-to-do. You may wish to take your search to the Gentry's ward, northwest of here. Wait, a memory comes to me. Of late there has been a man who is perpetually seated at the bench by the ward's entrance. His name is Ursendel, and I distinctly recall seeing a markedly similar button upon the breast of his jacket. I dare say he can tell you a thing or two about it. I do not believe we are acquainted. Pray leave me to my thoughts. Presents! We'll find out tomorrow if taking more weight off Angus will make him feel better. Is he getting liposuction or a haircut? Yes, Angus is a dog. Angus is my mom's dog. The sigil of the D'Artancourt family. How is it that you came to be in possession of this button? From the body of a murdered woman. Her face, was it marred in any way? I had feared as much. I can no longer feign ignorance. I shall reveal to you the truth of the deaths, but on one condition. You must promise to put an end to my lady's madness and free her from her torment. Ooh! This is how we get one of my favorite dungeons. I was once a manservant in the employ of one of the oldest and proudest families in the Gridania, the D'Artancourts. During that time, I had the honor of waiting upon Lady Amandine, mistress of the household. Fair as summer was she, and possessed of a heart befitting her radiance. Alas, the calamity wrought a great change in her. Though my lady escaped with her life, death may well have been a kinder fate. Never will I forget the day her bandages were removed, and she beheld her disfigured face for the first time. At that moment, the kindly woman I knew ceased to be. Unable to bear the thought of being seen, my lady sequestered herself within her chambers and refused all company. This continued for many uneasy moons, until one day, without warning, she began receiving queer guests. None among us knew whence they came, these masked men, but my lady believed that they would help her regain that which she had lost. So began the rites of rejuvenation. These rituals seemed innocent enough in the beginning, but grew ever more grotesque as time went by. Eventually, there came a day when my lady bound one of her handmaids to her bed and proceeded to mutilate the poor girl's face. Suffice it to say, she did not survive the ordeal. It fell to me to dispose of her body. I performed the dreadful task as bade, obedient servant that I was, but when the time came to return to the house, my legs refused to move. I knew then that I couldn't go back. Blah, blah, blah. Long did I weep for the girl who was slain, and longer still for the woman that Lady Amandine had been. Yet one cannot weep forever, and I endeavored to put the matter behind me. Indeed, I had resolved never to speak of my experience until you appeared before me. My lady's madness must be ended, lest more innocent lives be lost. Lay her torment to rest, as you swore to me you would. She awaits you at Hawk Manor, on the western edge of the central shroud. Go and do what must be done. Her story is really kind of sad. Ooh, I wonder if they changed this at all. I don't know if they changed this one. I'm just gonna go through. Holy more bowls, Batman! Just... Pay no mind to me. Pay no mind to me. Pay no mind to me. Don't mind me. Just coming in for a little visit. Okay. Let's go down the safe way. Escorts me where the stairs. Hello, stars. Doe, a deer, a female deer. Oh, hello, friends. Oh, this opens Deep Dungeon. That's what this does. He's a very, very old man. Palace of the Dead! The only thing Angus still does well is grow hair. You're not wrong. charm is a their blanket. I'm gonna do some of the quests, well, some of the side quests that have the little blue plus sign because they unlock things. They'll probably be helpful. Ever wondered why bees hum? Because they don't know the words. Big girls don't cry. Oh, this is unlocking the sightseeing log. Angry bees are bah humbugs. That was a good one. That was a good one, Suahai. I actually kind of liked that one. Big girl now, and big girls don't cry. Okay, I don't think It felt so right. Don't be in love tonight. I liked it. Okay, there's nothing here that gives me anything, so we're gonna go to here. Nope. I liked it. Interesting. Just a whole ass car right there. I don't want to do the levy quests. This love has taken a toll on me. Said goodbye too many times before. These are both leaves. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Level gear am I in? I'm in level 31. Okay. This love has taken its toll on me. You said goodbye too many times before. Breaking in front of me. Whoa, 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 whoa. What do you have? You have lower level stuff than the other guy had. Too many times before. What level am I? Level 39. Oh, I can go to city-states? City-states, you say? Oh, I don't, no, sorry, my bad. I didn't mean to summon that inside. No summoning mounts inside. God damn it. How did I know? It's okay, this is one of my favorites. Very horror and haunted housey, and I love it. Outside of Conjures, this is where scholars and astros and all the other healers first learn how to actually heal. It's fun. Thank you for the follow, Gio. Welcome in. How have you been? Oh, maybe they haven't changed this one. Oh, we going. What's a penguin's favorite relative? Antarctica. I love that one. Penguins are my favorite animals. Hi, Dragon. Welcome in. I think I gotta look at my stats now because I think I'm close to 300 followers now. Oh, gummy worms are my favorite. Your knight has bitten you in. What happened? Oh man, he doing it all. He bringing them all. I don't know if it's an upgrade. Apparently it is. Load that was supposed to be ready earlier today isn't, and trailer is locked into the door. And no paperwork, so my choice was to sit here or backtrack 3 hours to pick the load and then drive 4 hours more to deliver. Ew! That's crappy. Anti-physical growth, I don't want it. I don't want to touch it. So it has everything backed up and it starts my week off with a, thankfully not as bad as last week. That sucks though. I'm sorry. Oh, well, I'm glad I can make your night better. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Well, that's good. As long as at least you have people that brighten up your day. Yeah, we don't like to get fired up for very many reasons. Yes. I don't... The news is depressing. And it just makes people more angry. God, she's so pretty! It's a shame we have to kill her. Just don't look at her toenails. Oh, they did change the mechanics in this fight. You don't have to kill her ads anymore. Yeah, I'm kind of the same way, Dragon. Just I did it! Routine, rinse, and repeat. Yep. Cordon bleu, nuggies, or pot pie as dinner tonight. Pot pie sounds pretty good. Darkness has not taken root within these halls. Oh, cookies. I have oatmeal cranberry cookies if I want them. Sprung from the most unlikely of seeds. One cannot help but admire the irrepressible spirit that has quickened it to life. Dark chocolate cookies and deviled eggs. That is a combination. It is a pleasure to meet you at last, adventurer. You are every bit as intriguing as our master gave us to believe. It is no ordinary mortal who can acquire 1 crystal of light, much less 3. The crystals make you strong, and it is to that strength that the light is drawn. Heidelin chose well. Pepperidge Farm remembers. Pork with apple cinnamon oatmeal. That sounds yummy too. A pity that your existence is irreconcilable with our own. We cannot well allow you to continue upon your present course. Alas, we came here not to play, but to take the measure of your strength for Master La Habrea. That task now accomplished, we take our leave of you. Okay, bye! Chickens. Little bitches. Feed the familiar. What would you like to give her? Fare you well, bringer of light. Do we want to feed her bark belly or bacon? And then dragon, what would you like to feed her? Mama wants bacon and dragon wants bark belly. Dropped it on the floor. Are you snuggling the hot dog buns? Alright. She has been baconed and she has been bellied. What'd he do? No, she hasn't escaped her donut. You are returned. What sights awaited you within the manor? What has become of Lady Amandine? You must tell me all. Well, she's gone a little crazy. So she went so far as to consort with devils. Would that I could have done more to prevent her fall. May she finally find peace in the beyond. I know not whether the masked men you encountered are the same pair that first led my lady astray, but it is plain that they are of the same vile brood. Should the chance ever present itself, promise me that you will visit upon them tenfold the woe they have brought upon others. But who am I to speak of punishment? By my silence I allowed I know not how many innocent young women to die in unspeakable circumstances. It matters not wherefore, through misplaced loyalty, cowardice, or both, I am an abettor to a gross crime. I will surrender myself to the authorities and accept whatever punishment they deem just. I only pray that the gods may have mercy on my soul. Well, that went dark. Pray, return to the waking sands. I don't know how I'd feel about pumpkin spice pork, but the other ones sound good. Welcome back, Xylena. Full glad am I to see you safely returned. Tell me, how fared you on your sojourn into the 12th Wood? Two of La Habrea's minions, and they sought to measure your strength by their own admission? The devils taunt us. It is beyond doubt, then, the Ascians have begun to move in earnest. Would that we knew to what end. Yet I will not bemoan our plight. Thanks to your tireless efforts, we are at least aware of the encroaching darkness. Alas, we can only do so much. It is clear to me now that we Scions are too few to protect the realm against this threat unaided. We must needs alert the three nations to the presence of this elusive enemy, and recommend that they heighten their vigil. There is no shortage of misery in the world that the Ascians might exploit. We have an arduous struggle ahead of us. Yet come what may, we must not allow ourselves to become lost to hope, for that is precisely what the enemy desires. Similar to doing the apple cinnamon? Oh, I suppose I could see that. It's a similar flavor profile, I guess. We have gleaned all we can from the information available to us. Let us set this investigation aside for the present. Another matter has arisen that requires your attention. Let me know when you are ready to be briefed, and I will summon the others.
The Maelstrom requests our assistance.
Concerning the kobolds they sent such copious notes on, I presume?
Yes. And no. It has more to do with their findings, which portend a peril far greater than any beast tribe.
What sort of peril?
The worst kind. A tribe of kobolds in the vicinity of Limsa Lominsa has reawakened Titan. Our task will be to slay the Primal. The Maelstrom have sworn support for the endeavor. They are no strangers to the havoc kobolds can wreak.
Years before the Grand Company's reformation, two primals, Leviathan and Titan, chanced to converge upon the sea wall, wreaking untold devastation. There, by the grace of the Navigator, were the mercenaries Merlvip hired able to fend them off. Yet it did not take long for the beast tribes to regroup.
Thankfully, their second coming was decidedly short-lived, but that is beside the point. So long as tormented souls will them to exist, the realm will never be rid of primals.
The Maelstrom has kept a watchful eye upon the beast tribes, and the kobolds in particular, ever since. Which brings us to the matter at hand.
Unlike Ifrit, we know scarcely anything of Titan. Unfortunately, the only force known to have bested him, the modestly named Company of Heroes, disbanded 5 years since, and mercenaries are not in the habit of keeping chronicles.
Expect the worst. The Maelstrom's help is of course appreciated, but even if we had their whole armada at our disposal, we could still find ourselves overmatched. A pity the kobolds lack the gentle sensibilities of the sylphs. A peaceful resolution would be more than welcome. The Echo will not avail you this time, I fear. If you are to survive, your steel must needs speak for you. No one would think you a coward were you to decline.
My steel? I don't got steel like a magic.
So you will accept? Thank you.
We can't very well send
Can I
her
have
to
some
Limsa
catsup and
Lominsa
mustard?
without Yestola. Can we, Minfilia?
May I ask that of you, Yestola?
I never thought it in question.
Ever reliable. Very well. We will spare no effort to win victory. You may count on the full support of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. And all not afield will aid the fight from afar. Thancred, Ida, go to the
What
Grand
flavor
Companies.
is this?
Tell them of our plight and solicit their support.
Thank you.
Urianger, send word to the students of Baldessian, and Alfino if you would. Papalimo, compile all the information we have on Titan, little though it may be. You'll be apprised of the tactical situation when you reach the Sailor's Ward. Provision yourself for the journey. May you walk in the light of the crystal.
Time to go fight a rock. What's a tornado's favorite game to play? Twista! That looks tasty, Shadow. Throw your hands up at me. Good to see you, Private Atern. Cyclone sent word that you are on your way. To business, then. It is as we told the antecedent. The kobolds have once again summoned Titan. A little over a moon ago, we began to observe the beastmen moving south in increasing numbers from Ogomoro. Our scouts subsequently confirmed the object of their aggression. Crystals, fodder for their fell primal. Oh, hello there. Thank you, High Commander. You may leave the rest to me. Your deeds bring glory to the Maelstrom. Private Atern, right proud am I to call you one of our own. Forgive the lack of forewarning, High Commander. The Admiral wished to address Xylena personally. We are no strangers to conflict. Long have the Sahagin and the kobolds plagued our people. Nor is this the first time we have had to address a primal threat. In the past, when Titan rose to threaten the peace, it was the company of heroes we turned. But they are long disbanded, and we must look to other brave souls blessed with the strength to face this foe. So it is that we turn now to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, confident in the belief that you are Limsa's best hope. I hope you are right. Yet the situation is far from simple. The kobolds are not prone to unprovoked aggression. Did not the thalassocracy make a pact with the beastmen that each would keep to their own lands and that no blood would be shed? That is a hard word. And was it not the Lominsons who violated this agreement, dissatisfied with their lot? Shall we then condemn the beastmen for defending their homes? Even a pirate must one day reap what she has sown. I would advise you to choose your words with greater care, Lady Y'shtola. Stand down, High Commander. She has the right of it. And the wrong is mine. Freely do I claim it, yet it makes little difference. Remorse will not shield us from Titan's wrath. Or would you have us fall upon our swords? Y'shtola? Yes, she does. Her voice is even so little and young. My apologies, Admiral. The safety and security of Limsa Lominsa's citizenry are, of course, of paramount concern. She also has vision in this part of the story. She's not blind yet. Already, we have observed disruptions in the flow of ether further inland. The effects will be felt here in the city ere long. I ask much of you, I know, but the need is great. I trust I can count on you, Private. What if I said no? You have my thanks, along with the full support of the Maelstrom. I await good tidings. That the kobolds should summon Titan demonstrates they are no longer amenable to a negotiation. This being the case, we must needs prepare for conflict. Before we meet Titan in the field, however, it would be wise to learn all we can of our foe, and I can think of no better source of information than the mercenaries who defeated him once before. The company of heroes may be no more, but several of its former members still live. It is said that one of them is employed at the Grey Fleet Mills in Lower Lanasia. Hi, Silver. Welcome in. How are you? Quite why a mercenary should choose to become a miller, I do not know. When you find him, mayhap you could ask him for me. Meanwhile, I shall seek his fellows. But first, gear. Storms and stuck with them. Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry. I would gladly take the storms off your hands if I could, because we need them here bad. I would very much like to have some storms here, because we are currently on fire. Wow, this color combination is great. Do you give me weapons too? No. That is somebody else. Yes, we are under air quality alerts too. Kind of comes with all the smoke. Am I losing my mind? Is there no weapons? The air just has flavor? I don't think that's what that is, babe. You're not entirely wrong, I guess. What the heck is with the glowing blue beta? Mom, I have no idea what you're talking about. Are you talking about, like, the bird? Blue beta. Are you talking about this? It was probably somebody's pet, honestly. Oh, this is what you were talking about? This isn't a beta. It's a carbuncle. It's a pet. Well, it's actually a summon. It's a little carbuncle. He does magic. He's very much not a beta. It has legs, Mom! Legs! Look! Legs! Feet! A tail! Ears! It's basically a cat! Yeah, I got Suaha's right. I guess it's closer to a rabbit. Close up, you see it's not a fish. Okay. As long as we're on the same page now, Mom. Where am I supposed to be going? Lower Lanasia. Dodo birds. Down, 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 down. You gonna say something, Venturer, or just keep staring? You want to know about the Company of Heroes? Ah, hells. Price a bleeding flame. Can't a miller mill in peace no more? Still, seeing as you've come all this way, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to oblige you. Consider yourself lucky, lass. Old Tractoem was the company's best axeman. Now, what was it you wanted to know? Everything? Got rain a few times over the last week? I don't think we've gotten rain in a while, have we? I don't remember the last time it rained. Why? So you want to hear the tale of how the company of heroes bested a primal, do ya? Let me guess. You mean that bastard Titus? Oh, if only he'd been there to see it. 'Twas a mighty struggle, like the legends of old. Me and the boys fought him for 3 days and nights, we did. The ground trembled with every step Titus took, and when he hit ya, girl, it felt like a cannonball to the gut. Ugh, just like that. Hi, Chaplain. Yeah, look away. Don't look at him. Don't look him right in the eye. Oh, what does that look for? I'm a God's damned hero, I'll have you know. The people around here sing my praises. Don't tell me you only care about learning the secret tactics we used to beat old Titus. No, I care about you putting pants on. Well, too bad, because now I'm not feeling charitable. If you're so damn desperate, then why don't you do me a favor and kill those rats that have made a nest by the windmill just south of here? Do that, and then we'll talk. No, we'll talk when you put pants on. What kind of milling do you do dressed like that? That's what I want to know. Yes, I'm a bunny girl. Oh God, Shadow. So the beasties are dead, are they? Nice work. Save me the hassle of... never mind. What? You're still asking about how we beat Titus? I don't know, adventurer. It was a pretty risky strategy, the kind only a veteran of 10 score battles could rely upon. I want to teach you, I truly do, but unless you prove you have what it takes to face that fat bastard, I can't in good conscience tell you a damn thing. At the very least, you need to be capable of slaying, say, a Gabu. Come to think of it, that ain't a bad idea. Them creatures have a taste for the flour milled here, so you ought to have no trouble finding one in the vicinity. Remy! Of course, I ain't asking you to cut one down quick as a skilled axeman like myself. Any road, why don't you try heading due west and standing lookout in case a Gabu comes calling, slay it, and I might consider telling you more about old Titus. What if I just want to punch you in the head? Could I do that? You again? That Gabu wasn't harassing the Millers. That was harassing the Millers is dead? Didn't think you had it in you, adventurer. Still, you took forever and a day to get the job done. I'm still not sure if I should tell you our secrets. I am going to take you so far upside the head. So, as I was saying, I still don't know if you got what it takes to face Titus. Maybe if you slew a... You have a chocobo on your face. Tractome, you in here drinking again? If you are, that Gubu had better be dead. Oh my god, I can't take him seriously. Oh, it's dead, Chief. You have my word on that. Cleaved the beast's skull in two with my trusty axe I did. Is that a fact? And what will your friend here say if I ask her? She'll vouch for me, of course. Ain't that right, friend? Tell me true. Was it Tractome who slew the Gabu, or was it you? Oh, I ain't freaking lying for this jerk. Chief, what do you say? It's me, Tractome, the finest axeman ever to serve in the company of heroes, the legendary mercenaries who slew that bastard Titus. Titus? Titus? Who in the seven hells is Titus? Some primal you fought in a drink-sodden dream? The company of heroes slew Titan, you bloody half-wit. Aye, well, see, Titus was what me and the lads used to call him. That's the biggest load of Sahagan shite I've ever heard. Both of you outside will learn the truth the Lominson way. Tractome, if you didn't slay that Gabu, you may consider your contract revoked. Honestly, I don't want to touch him. But I'm here for throwing him in the river. First one to smash your boulder will be judged the Gobu Slayer. Spent more time trying to break his boulder than actually trying to break me. He might have actually won. Alright, I admit it. I lied about being in the company of heroes, but I'm begging you, Chief, please don't dismiss me. I've learned my lesson. Honest, I have. Save your blubbering, Tractome. Gods, I should have known. Mercy, please, I didn't want to deceive you, I swear. It's just that I kept getting turned away by all the folk I asked for work, and I panicked. I mean, when you dress like that... See, the last job I had was at Costa del Sol, and there was this grizzled marauder everyone treated like royalty. When I heard he was a captain in the company of heroes, I finally understood why. I was being serious when I said I was one of them, but you went and believed me, look, his name was Yskate. Alright, Yskate. He'll tell you how to defeat Titus, or whatever the hell the thing's name is. That's what you wanted, ain't it? So come on then. Tell the chief to forgive me. It's only fair. Meh. Time to go to the resort. What is it? The beach episode? Shadow, that's what Costa del Sol is. It's like it's the resort. If you go up here, I think it's up here somewhere. This guy owns it. And, you know, hot cat girls in bikinis and stuff. Pardon, you wish to slay the Lord of Crags. We must slay him, Captain. The people of Limsa Lominsa are depending upon us. You fancy yourselves heroes, then, just like in the tales? Be not so quick to judge. Long have I labored for the well-being of you and yours, and my associate here has bathed in Ifrit's hellfire and lived. She's blessed with a power that protects her from primal influence. Thus, she was able to lay low the Lord of the Inferno. We know full well the risks, and have taken every possible precaution. We lack only the knowledge of how to enter Titan's lair. Pray, be so good as to grant us the boon of your wisdom, and we shall be on our way. I'm sure she'd like it here. A woman who can't be tempered. Useful, but it will not be enough. It's true that the company of heroes fought and felled primals, but each victory was bought with the lifeblood of brave men and women. And Titan was the worst we faced. We defeated him in the end. But he took from us some of our very best. Even if you possess the power you claim, I have no reason to believe you will succeed. Believe what you will, we mean to try. Though our lives be forfeit, we will not abandon Limsa to the wrath of Titan. You are passionate, I'll grant you that. And you deserved better than the greeting I gave you. But I will not send you into Ogamoro on a whim. To be plain, I do not wish to see you give your lives in vain. At the very least, I must have assurances that you are more than common adventurers. I oversee security for Master Gigaruju's estates. Perhaps you can demonstrate your abilities by attending to one of our... Gods, man, have you heard nothing I've said? We have not the time to perform trivial tasks. The enemy is at the gates. Do you imagine words can sway me, girl? If you dislike my conditions, then you are welcome to find your own way into Ogamoro. Though it pains me to admit it, I fear we have no choice but to acquiesce to this man's demands. Yet much remains to be done if we are to best Titan. Forgive me, but I must ask you to undertake this task alone. I will use the time to see to the remaining preparations. Leaving the dirty work to others, are we? Very well. Pray whatever the good captain bids, however trifling. Do whatever the good captain bids, however trifling. Remember, the fate of Limsa Lominsa hangs in the balance. Master Gegeruju's requests can be more demanding than you realize. Before I set you to your true task, I would like to verify that this won't be a waste of my time. A Nyx has recently been seen prowling the beach to the east. As you can imagine, my master does not want large, slimy creatures anywhere near his lands. The beast is cunning, but you should have no difficulty luring it out with herring. Slay the Nyx and return to me. Oh, and don't forget to bring me a leg as proof of the kill. Sploosh! This game reminds you of Zelda. I have never played Zelda. Well, that's a lie. I've played one Zelda, and it was on Super Nintendo. And this does not remind me of that. More work. Two highly distinguished individuals are scheduled to visit Costa del Sol in the near future, and Master Gegeruju wishes to welcome them with an elaborate banquet. But while the money is no object, not everything Master Gegeruju desires can be so easily purchased. It is to be an extremely exotic feast, and so, Xylena, your mission is to seek out and obtain the rare ingredients our chef requires. Naturally, such fine dining must be accompanied with a suitable wine, and by suitable I mean the very best there is. That, however, can wait for the time being, as I believe you have enough on your plate as it is. It will be a long and arduous journey. Don't do it! She looked like she was going to try to push her head out of that donut. I'll turn off treats for the rest of the week. You'll get no snackies in any stream for the rest of the week. It will be a long and arduous journey, but you need not toil alone. Many of the mercenaries who once served under my command still live, and they'll guide you in your quest. For the first ingredient, I would have you travel to the South Shroud and speak with Landinel at Camp Tranquil. I think you'd be more devastated than her if I turned off snackies, Subaha. Adventurer, if you have not the endurance to complete this mission, how do you expect me to believe you can outlast the Lord of Crags? Either do it or don't. I have work to do. So this is the one who would challenge Titan. I've been expecting you. The ingredient you seek is the egg of a giant adamantoise. The method of acquisition should be obvious. You steal it from the beast's nests, of course. Simple in theory, but difficult in execution. Most who try die in the attempt. Will I help you get it? You amuse me. I will not jeopardize my position by openly assisting you. From me, you will receive only information. What you do with it is your choice. Let me be clear, this business between you, me, and the captain must remain a secret. See, I don't regret my time spent with the company in the slightest, traveling the world, meeting interesting people, killing them. It was all jolly good fun. Alas, Gridanians are, by and large, an unforgiving lot, Detto here being a rare exception. I've had to go to great lengths to ensure that I am seen as a model citizen, with no taste for drinking, whoring, gambling, and all those other activities I so dearly miss. So understand that if you ruin my little charade by wagging your tongue, I'll fashion a noose with your entrails and hang you from the nearest heavens pillar. Wow! Well, what are you waiting for? There's a perfectly good adamantoise egg in a nest to the east of here, just ripe for the taking. Not that I expect you to live long enough to claim it. The mother never strays far from the child, and you will surely be attacked the moment you lay hands upon the egg. There will be other heroes, Xylena. You do not need to challenge Titan. Abandon your quest, or your corpse will rot in this swamp. So much faith in me. I will say I do like the way I sit on this mount. I'm just chilling. Like... my egg. Told ya. Thought you might have the good sense to leave this place. By your continued presence, I take it you intend to persevere to the bitter end? Yeah, such bravery, such recklessness. That will serve you well against Titan. Leave the egg with me. I'll see that it gets to the captain. You should make haste to southern Thanalan. In Forgotten Springs, you will find a man named Udo Nun. He will be your next guide. Safe travels, Xylena. Could have swore there was a way in this way. Realize how weird those fish look. Okay. Weird, but okay. State your business, adventurer. So this is the one Whiskate sends me. I haven't the foggiest what he sees in you, and until I do, you won't receive no aid. You will receive no aid from me. No, I can't roll my R's. No, I'm not going to try. Persistent bugger. Very well. Let's have a look at you. You've seen your share of battle, there's no mistaking that. You did manage to obtain that adamantoise egg. However, that was not more than a display of brute force and blind courage. The Noon I once fought also believed that his strength would save him. He was wrong, and now I am Noon. Many years ago, I joined the company of heroes to hone my skills, instead of challenging my predecessor before I was ready. Even when I was young, I understood that victory goes to the patient, the cunning, the pragmatic. That's why I claimed my position, and it is why I still hold it, and it is why I will not help an unproven whelp. The Children of the Sands do not offer aid to strangers. To do so is a sign of weakness. However, if you were recognized as a skilled hunter in your own right, it would be permissible to assist you. Across the desert to the east lies an Amalja encampment. This will be your test, to draw out and defeat the veteran. For this I will offer you no advice, only this worn spear. Why, you ask? You will have to solve that riddle yourself. Now go, slay this old warrior and bring to me his necklace. Just for that, I'm riding my chocobo in your house. Oh, I didn't want to go this way. I wanted to go the other way. Oh well. We'll just go this way. And fun fact, they are much like Lion Society, and he gets all the girls. And the boys are just like servants, basically. I wanna fly away. So much running around. What you say? That you only meant well. I did it. Tell me, adventurer, is our old nemesis dead? 'Tis a fine necklace, as befits a veteran of countless battles. It will make an excellent trophy. The spear, it belonged to one of his brothers. I knew when he spied it from afar he would be unable to resist venturing outside the encampment to see it for himself. Did you discern my intent, or was it dumb luck, I wonder? Either way, you impress me, adventurer. I shall tell you of the ingredient you seek. Shame we did not meet when I was still with the company of heroes. You would have made a fine recruit. But no point dwelling on what cannot be. You have a Welwick worm to hunt. Sandworms slither brazenly across the desert dunes, but Welwick worms are far fewer in number. Rarity breeds demand, and so their meat is highly prized as a delicacy. The only way to catch your quarry is to entice it with something it cannot resist. These worms prey on the smaller creatures of the Segoli. A freshly slaughtered angler carcass would be my choice of bait. There's an area teeming with anglers to the east. I will mark it upon your map, along with the location where Welwick worms are most frequently sighted. Be warned, the blood will drive the worm into a feeding frenzy. If your skills are lacking, it will devour you as well. Well, joy. Up and then down. Wanna be the papa, you can be the mom. You look well. Have you caught your quarry then? Your skills as a hunter rival those of our best. I applaud your success. The meat will need to be heavily smoked before I ship it to Wiescott. Worry not, you have my word that he will receive it in time for the banquet. You must be eager to obtain the third ingredient. I regret to say that I know not of its location. For the nonce, you should return to Costa del Sol and seek Wiescott's counsel. But hold a moment, since you will be meeting the captain again soon, there is something I would like you to deliver to him for me. The captain was always fond of this brandy wine. I would be grateful if you could deliver it on my behalf. I was a reckless, angry youth when I first joined the company, and he would have been well within his rights to cast me out. Everything I have I owe to his wisdom and generosity. Wiescott was a firm yet fair teacher and expert molder of men, and I suspect that is still the case now. Please give him my regards. I've got alcohol for you, sir. Well, my Xylena, Landonel and Uodnun both spoke highly of you. What brings you here today? I come bearing alcohol. Ah, my favorite. I shall have to thank the nun personally. Now you have but one ingredient left. Fortunately, you will not have to travel to Aldenard this time to obtain it. Truth be told, I never intended for you to collect this last ingredient. Brayflox, my old quartermaster, wished to bring it to Costa del Sol herself. I forget that Brayflox is a girl. However, not long ago, she sent word that there's been some trouble at the long stop, and that the delivery would be delayed indefinitely. She told me nothing of the incident itself, but I fear the situation may be dire. Though I would like nothing more than to aid her myself, I have no choice but to turn to you and your allies. Make haste to Hidden Falls docks and speak with Ozun Nazun. He will direct you to Raincatcher Gully, where Brayflox and her people have made their home. Where are we going? Oh. that I do with the start of my toes and crinkle my nose. Girls always know you make me smile. Please stay for a while now. Just get time. Go. What's the hurry, venturer? Something happened over at the Gabi settlement? I don't know why you're so eager to help a bunch of beastmen, but go and talk to the skipper over yonder. She'll ferry you to Raincatcher Gully. You're taking my chicken too. Come, chicken. Grass raptor. With its tiny, ineffectual wings. Tongue flaps of Weeskate be reaching ears of Brayflocks. Uplander is come for tasty, fresh gobby treats, yes? Quest prize of Uplander deep in Longstop. Flighty beasts chased Gobbyflock from homes. Gobbyflock needs goodly. Uplander gives safety to Longstop with much hand lending. See how long that takes. When September ends. That's pretty cool. Attuned to the Aetheryte before you leave. When September ends, wake me up when September ends. Do 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 do. Karaoke stream one day? I don't know. Maybe I'll make it a subathon stretch, not stretch goal, but like a subathon thingamahoozy. Dargan. This is another one I think they changed. That I don't remember if I've been in since they've changed it. It's always been me and a Lancer. They changed hard but not regular. Oh yeah, you still gotta talk to that person to get the key. Thank you for the hydrate, Shadow. I did learn about your time traveling, that you're 40-something days behind in Ember's server. VIP chat, I'm close to up to date. In general chat, yes. I might spend part of waiting on my daughter to get done with her appointment catching up tomorrow. I don't think I'm in VIP chat in Ember's server. Oh. Don't know how to get that. Yeah, but maybe I want to be one of the cool kids on somebody else's server too. Hi, ramen noodles. Welcome in. Oh, yeah, I'll never have that many channel points. Thank you for the head pats, Mama. I don't know what it takes in Sushi server to get it though. I'd have to look. I am able to catch more of her streams though, that's for sure. What did I get? What's red and smells like blue paint? Red paint. Why do seagulls fly over the ocean? Because if they flew over the bay, we called them bagels. I don't know how I feel about that one. To be determined. Shadow. We are not sure yet. She has a vet visit on Tuesday that might make that decision for us, but we will see. Goodly Uplander has thanks of Gobbyflock. Flighty Beast was tricksy foe, but Uplander outwitted with plans making. Uplander has goodly head for fighty think. Brayflock's happy gives tasty fresh gobby treats to clever Uplander. Cheese is stinky sweet gobby treat. Special make with secret gobby arts. No party complete without gobby gouda, Brayflock's every say. No, Scarlet is not going. Scarlet is not here. Monkey will be going. Because Monkey will be here next week. By the gods, that unholy stench. This is, definitely goblin cheese. Judging from the smell, this should be quite flavorful. How is it made? It's best you remain ignorant of such things. I still remember when I learned what kind of milk they use. And put it on me, on me. Bravo, Xylena. Thanks to you, our guests shall be honored with a marvelous banquet. But what good is an exotic feast without an equally exquisite aperitif? Luckily, I know just the person to ask. Make your way to Wineport and seek out Shamani Lo Amani, another former member of the company. All you have to do is give him this order slip, he'll take care of the rest. Oh, and if you're wondering, this is merely a ploy to test your patience. I assure you, I do actually need that wine. And while you're there, give Shamani Lomani my regards. To be determined, but maybe? Sweat, grime, and blood. Aye, you reek of blood. An adventurer, unless I'm mistaken. What brings you to Wineport? An order, let me guess. A request of the finest vintage I can muster. This paper smells of loam and perfume, Costa del Sol, and there's also the unmistakable odor of goblin cheese. There are some things, specifically food and drink, that you absolutely positively do not want to know what's in them. Sometimes, yeah. Just a notice, if you get your plushie made by Crafty X, it might be delivered naked. What? Did you get a indiscreet plushie delivered? Yes, Master Gege Ruju would not settle for anything less than the best. Deer Swites and his crew must be quite busy preparing an exotic feast, hence his decision to rely on an adventurer. But perhaps you are confused. This display of deduction was not intended to impress you. When one loses his vision, he is forced to compensate in other ways. But you've no interest in my affairs. You wish only to discuss the wine, I suspect. You blind! Life can be so delightfully unpredictable. I always had a passion for wine, but it wasn't until I was forced to retire that I could pursue it as more than a mere hobby. It wouldn't have been possible if not for the savings I amassed during my time as a mercenary, of course. Say what you will about the nature of that work, none can deny that it pays well. Ah, but you grow impatient, and we skate must have his wine. Herein lies the problem. Nothing in my possession is of sufficient quality for this occasion. The best vintages in town are hoarded by Berglaint, who owns and operates the largest winery in Vilbrand. Somehow I doubt he will be receptive to your request, but given these circumstances, we must needs beg his assistance. What rank amateur bottled this wine? The impurities have rendered it nigh undrinkable. Dismissal is too good for the man responsible. He should be made to drink every drop of his polluted swill. What is it? I'm in the middle of an important discussion, and I do not care for interruptions. That neophyte Vintner bid you speak with me. Ha! Neither you nor your friend has the palate to appreciate the subtle qualities of my private stock. I would sooner serve you Gubu urine than sell you my worst vintage. Be gone from my sight. Wow! Why are people so mean? I discovered yesterday that one of the local resorts has a Build-A-Bear on site. I'm slightly jealous. Ooh. I take it he said no? Really? In those words? Well, I can't say that I'm surprised. Well, there's no denying his passion and skill. The wine baron of Limsa is not a man known for his tact. Very well. We shall have to take an alternative approach. There's a chance, however small, that another resident of Wineport can furnish us with a suitable wine. In fact, had you come several years ago, I guarantee this would not be a problem. Last, the quality of our product has declined significantly in recent years. The only breeds cultivated these days are common lowland vines, which isn't... Thank you for the caffeinate. Yes, he's an entitled prick, basically. Last, the only breeds cultivated these days are common lowland vines, which isn't to say that their grapes are of poor quality, only that we have known better. Long ago, the Vingerons of Wineport crossbred several species and produced a grape-bearing vine of never-before-seen quality. Suvaha wants the familiar to have bacon. She has been baconed. Bacchus grapes were once the pride of this town, as they were used to produce vintages which surpassed all others. This includes the most aromatic, the most complex, the most flavorful of all wines. The legendary Bacchus wines were born right here in Wineport. Pardon my enthusiasm. You see, I once had the privilege to sample that particular wine. It was an otherworldly experience. In that moment, I felt as though I had tasted the nectar of the gods themselves. I transcended my mortal flesh and was one with all creation. I mean, y'all can have bacon too. Her bacon has cheese on it too. Or in it? In it? On it? It's cheesy bacon. But as is all too often said, the calamity changed that. The Bacchus vineyards were completely destroyed, along with much of the existing stock of Bacchus wine. What little remains is closely guarded by its owners, for it can no longer be made. If we cannot convince Berglint to part with his wines, our next best option, as ridiculous as it sounds, is to find someone who has a bottle of Bacchus wine and to offer them every gill we can spare. I've heard rumors that one of the vignerons attending the vineyards might have once owned a bottle. Perhaps you could start by speaking with them. No barking in my house. Bacchus wine. Huh, don't remind me. I used to have a cellar filled with the stuff. I thought I could keep the wine safe from thieves and the elements. Never counted on a bloody primal blowing up my god's damned house. Aw. Poor guy. Yes, I've listened to Citizen Soldier. What, do I have the Bacchus wine? I wish. I never had the chance to try it myself. Sorry, friend. We are a few years too late. No luck. Most regrettable, but we had to try. But Bacchus wine would have been the perfect for the occasion. Though I must confess, my certitude could be due in part to my personal history with the beverage. It is, after all, the very reason I decided to become a vintner. After Titan blinded me in our battle beneath Ogmoro, I fell into a deep depression. It wasn't until I tasted Bacchus wine for the first time that I realized there was still so much I could experience even in my condition. It helped me to find a new direction in life. It breaks my heart to think that wondrous ambrosia, which once filled me with hope, may be forever lost to us. I am, and proud of it. I am, on that note, though, going to call it before I pick up the next quest, because I do have work in the morning, and I still have to fold some laundry. But I will... Tomorrow night is movie night. And then I will be streaming for the rest of the week. We will have potentially three streams with Monkey this week. We do not know which movie. I can spin now to figure that out, though, instead of spinning when I get home from work like I normally do. Oh, I needed to add something to it, though. Okay. I do have a curiosity question for you. Do you buy your ammo straight retail, or do you use one of those ammo warehouse things? We will be watching The Howling from 1981, I believe. There, I put it in announcements so I don't forget. Have I put GamerSups on Throne? Do not know. I have not. Let me... Ooh, strawberry lemonade sounds good though. I can see if there's somebody to raid. Let me look. Do we want to watch... Yeah, but she's not live now. And I would need to raid her now. We can do more Final Fantasy, or we can do Resident Evil. I have somebody doing a first-time Resident Evil playthrough. Or I have somebody doing a Fears to Fathom horror game. It doesn't say. Let me see. It just says Resident Evil. All right, we'll raid into Resident Evil. It looks like it might be the first one. Like the actual first one. So we will raid into Jackie B. She is doing Resident Evil. And I will see you guys tomorrow for movie night. I hope y'all have a good night. Good night.